Hello everyone, in today's video we will discuss intrinsic muscles of the hand, its origin, insertion, function and nerve supply. For this video, you take your right hand in front of you and look into it from the palmar aspect. We will discuss different layers of the hand muscles from the dorsal side to the palmar side, layers by layer. So let's begin. There are 4 dorsal interossei, 4 palmar interossei, 1 adductor pollicis, 3 hypothenar, 3 thenar muscles, 4 lumbricals and 1 Palmeris Brevis. Overall 20 muscles. All are supplied by deep branches of the ulnar nerve except 3 thenar muscles and 2 lateral lumbricals which are supplied by the recurrent branch of the median nerve and 1 Palmeris Brevis which is supplied by the superficial branch of the ulnar nerve. Now, let us understand the unique arrangement of muscle attachment on the extensor hood over the MCP joint, which serve as a common insertion for 4 group of muscles. These are the dorsal interossei, palmar interossei, lumbricals and adductor pollicis. What is important about this insertion is that the insertion is anterior to the fulcrum of the metacarpophalangeal joint. Therefore, the action of these muscles will cause flexion at the MCP joint. But this extensor hood is continuous with the dorsal digital extension. So, overall action at the PIP and DIP joint will cause extension and flexion at the MCP joint. So the net effect will be the flexion at MCP joint and extension at the interphalangeal joints. Now coming to the dorsal interossei. Dorsal interossei. The first dorsal interossei attached to the index finger from the radial side. The second dorsal interossei attached to the middle finger from the radial side. The third dorsal interossei attached to the ulnar side on the middle finger, and the fourth dorsal interossei will attach to the ulnar border of the ring finger, and all will cause abduction. We can appreciate that there is no attachment of dorsal interossei on thumb and little finger. Similarly, there are 4 groups of the palmar interossei. The first palmar interossei are attached on the ulnar border of the thumb. The second palmar interossei attached on the ulnar border of the index finger. The third palmar interossei attached to the radial border of the ring finger. And the fourth palmar interossei attached to the little finger in the radial border. So it will cause adduction. There is no attachment of palmar interossei on the middle finger. So we can remember that dorsal interossei cause abduction and the palmar interossei cause adduction. Now coming to the adductor pollicis. Adductor pollicis has 2 heads, the transverse head and the oblique head. Origin of the transverse head is from the third metacarpal and the origin of the oblique head is from the capitate bone and the base of the second and third metacarpal. It inserts into the base of the proximal phalanx and the extensor hood of the thumb from the ulnar side. And it will cause adduction of the thumb. Now coming to thenar and hypothenar muscles. Before that, we have to remember the 8 carpal bones arranged in 2 layers. The lateral side there will be scaphoid and trapezium, and on the medial side there will be pisiform and hamate. Coming to the 3 muscles of the thenar group. The first will be the flexor pollicis brevis. This flexor pollicis brevis, it originates from the flexor retinaculum as well as the trapezium tubercle, and it will attach to the proximal phalanx of the thumb. It will cause flexion of thumb at the MCP joint. Now Coming to the opponent's pollicis. Opponent's pollicis also originate from the flexor retinaculum as well as the tubercle of the trapezium, and it will insert on the lateral margin and adjacent palmar surface of the metacarpal. What will it cause? It will cause the medial rotation of the thumb. And the last group of the thenar muscle is the abductor pollicis brevis. It originates from the flexor retinaculum as well as the scaphoid tubercle, and it inserts on the proximal phalanx of the thumb as well as the extensor hood of the thumb. It will cause abduction of thumb at MCP joint. So there are three group of muscles in thenar, two originating from the trapezium tubercle and one originating from the scaphoid tubercle. Counterpart to the thenar muscles, there are three group of the hypothenar muscles which can show the mirror image and cause the opposite function. The first will be the flexor digiti minimi brevis, which originate from the flexor retinaculum and hamate, hook of hamate, and insert into the proximal phalanx of the little finger. It will cause flexion of the little finger at MCP joint. The second group will be the opponent's digiti minimi, which will originate from the hamate and flexor retinaculum and insert onto the medial aspect of the metacarpal 5, and it will cause lateral rotation of the metacarpopharyngeal joint 5th. The third will be the abductor digiti minimi, which originate from the pisiform PCO-hamate ligament and the tendon of the flexor carpi ulnaris and insert at the proximal phalanx little finger. It will cause abduction of the little finger at MCP joint. Now coming to the lumbricals, there are four group of lumbricals, two medial and two lateral. The first and second lumbricals are unipinnate and the third and the fourth lumbricals are bipinnate. The unipinnate first and second originate from the tendons of the flexor digitorum profundus, and it inserts on the radial side of the extensor hood on index and middle finger, and the third and fourth lumbricals insert into the extensor hood on the radial side of ring and little finger. Its action at MCP joint it causes flexion, and at PIP and DIP joint it causes extension. Now coming to the last muscle, it is a small Palmeris Brevis muscle. It may be present and sometimes it may be absent. Its origin is from the palmar aponeurosis and the flexor retinaculum, and its insertion is on the dermis of skin on the medial margin of the hand. Action is improves grip. Thank you.